you guys feel?
Great.
Great.
Over again.
I'm good. I'm good. How y'all feel?
Fine. Awesome.
We can. Maybe in a while.
Oh.
Made it to water.
Why do you sound like Stutch?
Good morning. It is about 10 o'clock. Been on the trail for several hours. I've already pushed, about five plus miles. Just got done stopping at a water cache and filled up on water. I'm carrying 4 liters at the moment. I think I got, 10 more miles to the next water spot. But it's a good day. It's a warm day. I left early this morning. Got up before sunrise, about 5:30 or so. Hit the trail by 6, and now we are pushing forward. And so I'm hiking with a small group, enjoying the weather. Like I said, it's a little warmer than it has been, but it's not too bad, at least not yet. Like I said, it's only 10 o'clock. We plan on hiking for, a couple more hours, and then stopping for a bit, taking a little siesta on the side of the trail in the shed or in the shade rather, somewhere. But it's a good day, and so we're hoping to do about 15 miles today. It's kind of a longer day than normal, at least for this group, but I think we can do it as long as the heat doesn't drain us too much and we're able to get enough calories in us. It should be a good day. And so with all that said, I'll talk to you again soon from the trail.
This was way bigger.
Interesting cave on the trail.
The ship goes away and Frodo opens his hand with a ring in it. Plot twist.
Yeah! 100 miles.
Let's go. Right on, right on.
Good evening. It is about 6 o'clock, and we are about a mile or so from camp. Just crossed the 100-mile mark. That is an exciting moment on trail. I am hiking with Shepherd, No Beans the Queen, Pogo, and then a couple from Sweden. They don't have trail names yet, but it's Lucas and Tammy is their name. But we are planning on camping just right outside of Warner Springs, getting up in the morning and heading in just to resupply on food. I'm not sure yet if we're going to stay the night at the community center. I heard you can tent there, but I don't know yet. And so we're gonna kind of decide and just play it by ear in the morning, see if we want to stay there or if we want to just keep on keeping on. And so, but it's been a hot day. I had my umbrella out for a little bit just to shade myself from the sun. Took a long siesta, as you saw in the video. We were probably there a couple hours, if not longer. But also met a couple other thru hikers. They're going to be camping the same area we're camping tonight. It's Magpie and Northern Star. So it was kind of cool to meet them. They're fellow Midwesterners. They are from Indiana, is the state they're located in, but they're through hiking the trail. And then but they're pretty fast. They're already pushing 20-25 miles a day, and so this will probably be the last day we see them for a while. But I'm gonna just keep on pushing on, get myself to camp, get something to eat, and relax. I do have some chafing going on again. I think it's just because it's been so warm today, and so I'm hoping to be able to take care of that this evening and first thing tomorrow. So I do not want to have that to be a reoccurring issue on this trail. So with all that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail. Good night.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Donde está la biblioteca?
Wow.
The classic.
Good morning. It is about 8 o'clock or so, I believe. Just hit the trail probably 10 minutes ago. I'm the first one out today. Everybody else was still back at camp chatting it up. It's like we're on the ride of It's a Small World. Now we have people from all over the world at camp last night, and so it's been very interesting, enlightening, and so I've enjoyed it quite a bit. It is a beautiful day. It's supposed to be another hot day. It's not hot at the moment. That's why I got my mid layer on. But probably in the next 10-15 minutes I'll be stopping to take it off, because I'm sure now as I'm hiking I'll start to get warm. They always tell you be bold, start cold, but that's hard to do sometimes when you're freezing in the morning. But it's not too bad right now. Water situation, we camped next to water. There was a cattle trough or something along those lines there at camp last night, and so we were able to get some water that was coming out of I'm assuming it was out of a well, just trickling out. And we'll have to go another 4.9 miles to a creek that's supposed to be reliable. There's a couple other water sources between here and there, but reading the Far Out app, which is the navigation tool that I've been using for this trail, most thru hikers use Far Out. Used to be called Gut Hook, but it made it sound like you're not allowed to use those sources anymore. And so I'm just aiming for the 4.5 or 4.9, I guess it is, almost 5 mile distance. I got about 2 liters of water. I figure that'll be plenty, probably more than enough between now and then. I'm drinking my what I call grass water to get my greens and vegetables. My vegetables and fruit, I should say. But it's been a nice evening last night. The only complaint I had is I was laying there in my tent and I kept hearing something, a small rodent of some sort. I don't know if it was a raccoon or possum or whatever lives in these parts, but it was just kept circling my tent. And so I kept kind of shaking my tent. I hollered a couple times to scare it away, but I think it was there probably most of the night, trying to think about how to get into my food. But I had my food secure, so I wasn't too worried about that. But it was definitely got cool. That's one thing about what I've learned, the desert. It's always hot in the day and cold at night. And so that's been the case probably since I've started for the most part. It got down, probably high 30s, I would assume. I did not sleep with my water filter, so I didn't expect it to get that cold. But thankfully it didn't get below freezing. But I want to just keeping on, push myself forward to the next water source. Only doing 8.5, almost 9 miles today into Warner Springs. So it's kind of a short day. I'll be resupplying there. Hopefully, I heard that Warner Springs is very limited on resupply, but that's just what I heard. Hopefully it's wrong. Hopefully they have plenty of options there. But I'm just gonna keep pushing on, enjoy the hike, enjoy this trail, and enjoy everything that I encounter along the way. So with all that said, I will talk to you again soon on the trail. These are the little guys that you have to watch out for. They like to jump out and stick you as you're hiking down the trail. Good evening. It is about 8 o'clock. I am here sitting in front of Warner Springs Community Center. About ready to head out. Head to a campsite that's about 0.3 miles back, unfortunately. We're not allowed to stay here overnight in our tents, but we've been hanging out, took a shower, resupplied on some food, got to hang out with some other thru hikers under the pavilion, recharge some things, and so it's been a good evening, a good day I should say. Got here probably around 3 o'clock if I'm not mistaken, and just been here since, just hanging out, enjoying the facilities, eating some real food, and just having a good time. So but like I said, I'm going to hike to camp in a moment, get some rest, have a long day of hiking tomorrow. We're going to be making our way to Paradise Valley Cafe, I believe it's called, in a few days. There I have a resupply box that I've had shipped, also including my ice axe and crampons, or I should say micro spikes. I'm going to be climbing a tall mountain. There's probably going to be snow, so I'll let you know about that. That's what's expected at least, but It's been a hot day. Had a nice break under some trees next to a stream this afternoon, but after we came up the mountain from there, it was open and it was hot. Got to see Eagle Rock for the first time, which is a cool place along the trail, an iconic landmark. And so had a good day. It's just been a good day, a lot of good fellowship with my fellow hikers. And I just wanted to also take this time to thank many of you who've been watching my videos. I'm just overwhelmed by the comments that I've received and the advice and just all the good word that many of you have given me, the encouragement. And so it means a lot to me, more than you know, and I appreciate it. And so I encourage you, keep following along. Like and subscribe if you like this. If not, well, go to the next one, I guess. But I do appreciate all of you. I appreciate just the kind words, the many kind words that many of you have given me. My last few videos, I'm just overwhelmed by your support. And so, but I'm gonna keep on keeping on and get to camp, get some rest, and get up on trail first thing in the morning. So with that said, I will talk to you soon again from the trail. Good night. Good morning. It is about 10 o'clock. I'm getting a late start. I got up this morning, packed up camp, went back to the community center here at Warner Springs. Just ate a breakfast burrito for breakfast they had there, and then they gave me a free cup of coffee, which I'll never pass on that. But I am now on trail hiking with the group. We're planning on doing, since we're getting a late start, we'll probably do about 10 miles, 11 miles, somewhere around there. There's a spot that has around 6 places to camp. Most of the places between here and Pleasant Valley Cafe are like single person campgrounds, it looks like. And so hiking with a group, it may be a little difficult to camp all in one place, but that's what we're going to try to do today. Looks like there'll be plenty of water. Looking at the far out map, and it's showing, I guess most of the day we're going to be hiking along near a stream, and I think the stream is pretty reliable when it comes to water. Checking comments at the moment, it shows to be plentiful, and so I'm glad about that. That just means I don't have to carry as much water along the way. But it is a beautiful day here in Southern California. The birds are singing, the sun is shining. The laughter can be heard from all around, from fellow thru hikers. Got to meet some other thru hikers this morning who hiked in to Warner Springs this morning. I didn't get all their names, but they seem to be very cheerful, a very cheerful bunch. And so, but like I said, we're gonna keep on keeping on, push 10 plus miles or so, and make our way to camp. So with all that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail.
Also, yesterday was, the most beautiful day so far. San Felipe.
Who's this Felipe guy?
Not Switzerland, I was gonna say. Austria?
You're supposed to in this country, right?
Good evening. It is about 6:15. We just arrived to camp probably about 30 minutes ago or so. I'm gonna try cowboy camping tonight just because the ground's pretty hard and I don't want to have to set up my tent. Just hanging out with fellow thru-hikers. We had a long day today. There was plenty of water along the way, at least most of the trail until we shot up the mountain, but there was a significant climb, as I stated earlier, all the way to camp. I think we have about 7 more miles or so before we get to water again tomorrow, but we're just gonna hang out here, rest, and take it easy. It is a beautiful evening. It's supposed to get hot tomorrow. I think the rest of this week the temperature is going to be going up and up and up, and so we're talking about doing another early start in the morning. In other words, get up around 5:30, hit the trail by 6, and try to push some miles before the afternoon heat sets in. We'll probably stop along the way sometime tomorrow, have a siesta just to get out of the sun under the shade somewhere, and then once it starts cooling back down, push a few more miles. So that's the plan, at least at this point. If it changes, I'll let you know. But like I said, we're just gonna hang out. I'm gonna cook me something to eat. I'm probably gonna eat ramen noodles tonight. I bought that as one of my resupplies back in Warner Springs, but just gonna enjoy the evening. There's a nice cool breeze right now. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's gonna be a beautiful evening. And so with all that said, I will talk to you again tomorrow. Good night.
Our mission for tonight, everyone has to make a photo with him.
We lay down one by one with him, like.
Good morning. It is March 15th. About 8 o'clock or so, maybe a little bit before. I am on trail, just left camp probably 20 minutes ago or so. It is not too hot at the moment. However, I am climbing, and so it's a little taxing, but nothing too bad at the moment. I probably have another 8 miles of uphill, and then it should be downhill, I think, for the most part, all the way down to Paradise Valley Cafe. I plan on being there in a couple days, but it's, like I said, it's great views here today. As you can see around me, has some awesome views. Cowboy camped for the first time last night, and that was quite the experience. The stars were phenomenal, and so I cannot complain. I was a little worried about the mosquitoes. They're out and about, probably the first hour or so, but then once it really cooled off, got down into the low 40s, I believe, they were non-existent. However, I was kind of concerned I would wake up, worst case scenario, cuddling with a rattlesnake next to me, but that wasn't the case, thank goodness. That was my first time, out of all the miles I've ever hiked, first time cowboy camping, so it was a great experience. I do expect to do more on this trail, especially during the desert section of the trail. It's just a lot easier. In some of the terrain, it's hard to get a tent stake to hold, and so trying to pitch a trekking pole tent can be difficult at times. So just cowboy camping is much easier. But I am going to hike. I got about 6 more miles or so to my next water source. I think it was 7-8 miles from camp. It is Mike's Place, it is called. I have no idea what that means. I guess I'll find out when I get there. But it does look like there's a faucet or something of that nature available to hikers. And so it's a pretty reliable source of water. And so I'm carrying about a little less than 2 liters at the moment. I just got to remember to stop every once in a while and take a drink. I have a habit of not drinking enough water, and on a trail like this, you definitely have to drink water. There's a lot of long water carries, especially coming up. I received word from another hiker who's ahead of us who said there's some long water carries ahead. And so I want to make sure I have plenty of water, not only on me, but also in me. I don't want to start having issues because of dehydration. That could be a problem. And so, but I'm gonna carry on, try to race the sun, hike as many miles as I can while it's cool, and we'll probably stop somewhere halfway today and do like we did a couple days ago, a siesta, just to get out of the extreme heat. But it's not too bad right now. Like I said, it's pretty cool and there's a breeze. So, but with all that said, I will talk to you all soon from the trail. There it is, San Jacinto, the tallest mountain in Southern California. I'm coming for you. Good evening. We just arrived at camp. Spent several hours today at a local's house called Mike's Place. It was pretty cool. We went down to get some water, found out that Mike was home, and he invited us to stay for a meal. And so we had some grilled chicken, and there was hot dogs, and then some other foods for the vegetarians in the group. But it was a good time. We enjoyed ourselves. Hit the trail, had another 5 miles after that. Saw Mount Jacinto from the distance, and I'm excited. I'm so excited to be able to climb the highest point in Southern California. And so I'm just imagining the views are going to be spectacular. And so, but about ready to set up things, get something to eat, and just rest for the rest of the night. And so with all that said, I will talk to you again soon from the trail. Good night.
Yeah, he liked Oppenheimer more.
Yeah, Oppenheimer.